So, band parents all over the country, you're familiar with this. Band students, you're familiar with this. Hopefully it's not upside down. No. But this is, matter of fact, Colts fans, you're familiar with this. Manning fans, you're familiar with this. This is Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis. This is Colts play. Also home for Bands of America competitions, their Grand Nationals, Regional, Super Regional, DCI. My daughter is in the marching band. She marches for Wando High School. She was gonna be in the Bands of America. She has her first year in marching band, so I thought it would be fun to put this together. Seemed like a good idea at the time. She might come downstairs hearing what's going on. I just let it happen. But for the most part, this thing couldn't be nowhere else to say this was a nightmare. I mean, if you go on social media and look this up, reviews, people trying to put it together, there are people actually willing to pay other people to put this together for them. There's people that have gotten part of the way through and just stopped. My daughter got to step 2 and said, I'm done. Well, I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, company is right here. BRXLZ. These are not Legos. They are nowhere near Legos. Nowhere near the quality of Legos, the ease, not even the instructions. But like I said, we thought this would be a good idea and try to build and put it together. Lego sets, this is about 3,000 some odd pieces. Lego sets about 3,000 pieces, may take a day and a half, 2 days. I put together a lot of them. And they seem to be, about that much time, 2 days or whatever. This thing took weeks. But got it together. Got it put together. First things first, it's not 100%. Some of the pieces aren't on all the way, and they will not be put on all the way because they cannot go on all the way. The instructions, the lovely instructions. This is the instruction book that comes with it. One of the things that they make mention of, one of the do's, they make it funny by saying, the do's and don'ts. One of the do's is to separate each color brick into its own pile. Not the type, the color. I'll get into that later. Don't throw them, don't put them on as ice cream sprinkles. I'm not lying. Do not put them on top of an ice cream cone. Try to be funny. They try to lighten the mood for the drama that is this. For the absolute terror that is, listen, my wife likes horror movies. This is like that, okay? Take the scariest movie that you can think of, multiply it by 5, and that will be step 1. I am not kidding you. The brick size, oh gosh. This is, I brought this as an example. This is the smallest Lego piece. I don't know if you can see that. This is the smallest Lego piece right here, right? Excellent. This is the smallest BRXLZ piece. Can you see that? Neither can I. And there's thousands, almost, it seems like, of these things. Now I know the bricks are only 3,000 pieces or whatever, but these things, if don't put this together on carpet, this will disappear. And oh yeah, how they fit together. They don't fit together with every joint supply like we want fivefold ministry. No. These bad boys fit together like this and slide. They can slide. So when you're putting blocks on top of blocks and it's off like this, just a hair, the other blocks that go on top of it will not fit. This thing is still not properly fit on there, and I don't care. It's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, by the way, both of these are supposed to be the same size. You notice anything different about these two? It's broken. Some of the pieces are broken. Lovely stuff. Thankfully, there's enough of these monsters that you can make up for it. And yes, I made notes. That's how many things I want to mention with this. And hopefully this will help somebody who is thinking about buying it, who is trying to build currently, who is out there struggling with this, or even the manufacturer of BRXL to do better. And even Lego creators, I don't know who's gonna see it, but Lego creators out there, please, if you can make this out of Legos, that would be fantastic. I'm certain that you can do a better job than this. First of all, the assembly. The bricks are small. Even the largest bricks are small. The first, I gotta do this. This was step one. Now, when I ask you a question, anybody who's built Lego sets know that usually the first thing that they do, give you an example of what you're building, and then they tell you, okay, this piece goes here, this piece goes there. They give you the number of what you need, the amount, and the size of the brick you're looking for, and they just say, okay, make this out of it. Good luck trying to put it down there. This step took a half an hour because this piece here is not flat. And so when you have a bunch of non-flat pieces on a flat surface, it makes you think your house foundation is wrong. These bricks right here are at the very bottom. They're supposed to hold, the blue bricks are supposed to hold the gray ones down. To this day, they're still floating in there somewhere. By the grace of God that they're still in there. My daughter quit on this step. Why? You see, you're supposed to be building the field. Now, if it's in the bluish color right here, that means that's already down. And you're supposed to use the color pieces to put down on there. The field kept popping up. These little green pieces, the white pieces that are down there, and even some of the blue pieces, as I was building these, kept popping out of place. Literally, as you're looking at it, they're popping themselves out of place. One actually jumped out of the stadium. I got halfway done, and one piece popped right out of the stadium. And of course, the smallest of pieces on the side over here. They say, oh yeah, make this step. This is included in the step. That small brick right there is for the side that's supposed to be for the sign that says Lucas Oil Stadium. That could have been saved for last, honestly, because I can't count how many times I've actually, as I'm building this, knocked it over. It's supposed to be this right here. Even when I was bringing it downstairs, it fell off. So those are the wonderful instructions, and it gets even better because once you get to, the stuff like this, they don't break it into bits and pieces. They just say, here's the bricks, here's what you got to build, go for it, go with God. Thanks BRXL, I appreciate that. And then they introduce new pieces. There's some pieces that are clear. The clear pieces are actually blue. Fun stuff. So when you're thinking you're looking for a sky blue or a very clear piece, it's actually one of these sky blue pieces here. It's actually one of these. Doesn't look like it. Don't mind the noise, the dogs are eating. But yeah, the tips that I would recommend, let me give my wife credit for this, she's behind the camera, that when they introduce the step here and they say to organize it by color, organize it by the type of brick that they are and stack them on each other. And I'll give you an example. Stuff like this. There's a bunch of these. Instead of having them all over the place, stack them on each other. That way you can count how many of these you need. Speaking of counting, by the way, they don't really give you a clear indication on how big the pieces are. You literally have to count the knobs. This is 16 knobs that I counted. Whenever the instructions show up, I literally had to take another one of these small ones and count the knobs. I don't know if you can see, but I had to count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I had to do that just to get the right piece. It should knock you over. Some of the pieces, they fit so tightly that you can't get them off. And of course, they slide. And I'll show you, well, this is a bad example, but it's a perfect example of something that I came across. Some of these are like the Lego bottoms, that they won't move. But others of the same type are straight across, meaning that they can slide whenever they feel like it. So if you put just the right amount of pressure or the wrong amount of pressure, it will slide. Like near the end, you build a wonderful stadium, and you're supposed to actually put bricks. The stadium is already built, of course. I wish I could show you. Matter of fact, I'll do this. The previous step, you finish the stadium. The next step, you're supposed to put blocks, these big blocks here on the top. But because the ones underneath it have slid out of place, guess what didn't get put down properly? And because I just wanted to get this thing done, guess which bricks are still not put down properly? But that was one of my suggestions on how to put these things together. Another big suggestion that I have for this is to put it back in the box and get your money back. That would be the biggest suggestion that I have. I think that's an awesome suggestion. My wife agrees with me. One thing I did forget to mention, two things really, as I'm looking at the stickers. I'll start with the stickers first. The stickers usually come on a piece of paper similar to this, you know, Legos. They actually have numbers next to them. These did not. There are stickers. I don't know if you can see from here. I hope I don't break this thing, but if I do, I'm not putting it back together. The Colt sticker is not blue. It's clear and it has the white horseshoe on it. How am I supposed to find that on this white piece of paper? I had to actually hold it. I had a lamp. I am not joking. I had a lamp down to where I can actually see clearly. Now, I'm not that old. I can see, but I couldn't see this. And another thing, that the packaging, the specific bags. Now with Legos, normally when you get a bag, they have the bag number. And the first step is you open the bag number 1, open bag number 2, open bag number 4. They didn't have that. First step, you had to actually find the bag that corresponded to the step that you're on. For this first step, I had to open about 5 or 6 bags just to get the pieces that I need. This came in a bag, this came in a bag, separate bag, this came in a separate bag, that piece came in a separate bag, and that piece came in a separate bag. It's not like they had like pieces all together, because they were the same color and maybe just one knob off was in a whole nother bag. By the time I got to step 2, all the bags were open. All of them. I had them scattered on the ground. It looked like confetti. It looked like a bag of Skittles threw up on my floor. But, see if I'm missing out. Final thoughts. If you've ever done these, well, I would suggest if you've ever done this before, a brick set like this using the same company, BRXL, then you wouldn't have an issue if you're used to the instructions. You know, if you have not done anything like this before, don't. Get yourself a Lego set or have somebody draw the bad boy or paint it, put it on a poster or something like that and have it that way. I'm happy that I finished it. You know, it took weeks, but we got it done. I started roughly, I think it was either right after Christmas or right before Christmas, and it took weeks to finish. These are not Legos. These are small. There's one particular step where once you build the actual stadium seating, pieces will fall behind the stadium seating. You won't get them out if you have big fingers. Now my fingers aren't the biggest, but I couldn't even get in there, you know, but it's together. I wish I could show you from the inside of it, but if I open this up and show you the inside, pieces might fall out. Because like I said before, these things are on by prayers and fasting. I'm gonna try to do this. Those bottom pieces there might fall right out. But yeah, that's what the inside looks like. No matter how much you pay me, I will not do this for you. No, it's not happening. Like I said, my daughter got to step 2 and said, Dad, I had enough. Because she has one just like this for one of her Pokemon characters, I think Pikachu or something like that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. It's not happening. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Just an honest review. I hope this helps someone. If you do want to do this, like I said, organize the bricks a little better than what they have. As soon as you open it, don't even look at the instructions. Put all light pieces together. Take your time. That's going to take about a day and a half, 2 days to do, but it'll be worth it. That way you have all the pieces organized better. Get someone with small fingers. You know, just be in a well-lit area, because some of the instructions have, well, it looks like a blue blob. This looks like one Lego piece that fits on there. No, these are many pieces. You're gonna have to count each one of these knobs in a well-lit area and find out where the line is, so you know what piece to use. Because this won't tell you, hey, put this piece here. No. That would be way too easy. They want to make this just as difficult as calculus when they're doing this. And I'm a mathematician. I'd rather be doing calculus. Matter of fact, I go on Facebook and do math problems that they post online. I'd rather do that for weeks instead of doing this again. No. I'm hoping that, what's the company's name? FOCO. If that's the company name or whatever that decided to use bricks, use Legos instead. Lucas Oil Stadium people say, hey, we want a Lego set, or just a model, a die-cast model plastic, something or other, something a little better than this. I'm glad we built it. I'm glad it got put together. Once again, I don't think I gave you my name. It was Daryl. Daughter marches from Wando High School. They did pretty well this year. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my honest review. Hope that you enjoyed. Hope that it helps you. As you can tell, I don't speak well. I'm not a personality. I'm just a millennial that handles his business. That's it. You know, I have a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm not looking for too many likes and views or whatever. I just want to help some people. That's all I'm about. Last but not least, always remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. No man can speak, no man can get to the Father but through him. Yeah, pretty much it. God bless.